Hello world. Over the last 2 months, I've conducted 2 separate live classes teaching people how to create content, either for their advertising, media, or for education to spread the word about what they're doing in their businesses and how to do it on the cheap, the way that I do. And I wanted to just take this time to actually record a video explaining some of those basics that I've covered in those last classes. So let's just follow along on the basics. First and foremost, your equipment. The equipment that you use is very easy to find because most people have one of these. Your cell phone is a fantastic tool for shooting video. These cameras are incredibly powerful now and they can shoot incredibly great video and good audio. I recommend if you're using an iPhone or any of these newer model phones that you use the cinematic setting to get the best quality video and that depth of field to help your video seem more professional. In the case that you want to record directly to your laptop or to your computer, I recommend actually getting a standalone camera to get the angles, heights, and the shots that you actually want. By having that standalone camera, you don't have to just rely on the camera that's built into your computer screen, so you can get a better, more professional view. In order to get those shots and make sure you can get the angles that you want to make sure that you get yourself a tripod that you can keep with you at all times in your bag for the times that you need to capture some content on the move. Or if you're out in the field and you want something taller, use one of these 72-inch tripods that you can put on the ground and get standing shots with bigger backgrounds based on what you can get. And you can find those on Amazon anywhere you can find tripods and tools. No matter which kind of camera you choose to use, your best quality video is going to come from a well-lit shot. So I recommend that you choose the lighting that's going to work best for your situation. I recommend using a ring light. This ring light has its own tripod that's detachable that you can set up, and it also has variable adjustments on the intensity and the color of the lighting to match your setting and to get the right look and feel for the conditions that you're in. Natural lighting works fantastic as well. An open window works simply. Or if you're shooting at night and you don't want to invest in a ring light, you can even use the lighting that you already have in your hand. A simple desk lamp like this can actually provide a great view of lighting as long as you play with the adjustment of intensity and distance to get the look and feel you want for your shots. Once you combine your ring light and your apparatus for holding your phone, if you're shooting directly for things going on to YouTube and standard laptop screens, you want to have your phone horizontal like this. But if you're shooting directly for social media, turn your phone vertically like this. Or if you want to choose to make the investment, you can set up a lighting setup just like this. These 2 hooded lights that I have set up are available on any place you can find any video equipment like Amazon for less than $100. And a setting like this will give you the opportunity to shoot wider shots for 2-person interviews, etc. Now, as you notice, my audio as I'm speaking to you from this far distance from the camera is crisp and clear because I'm using a lavalier microphone for my audio, and your audio choices are very important. Lavalier microphones like this are very helpful when shooting outside or doing an interview with other people and the camera is going to be placed some distance away from you and your speaker. So I recommend having this because it reduces background noise and gives you a crisp, clear sound as if you were very close to the camera. When shooting at your desktop and you want better quality audio than your computer laptop might provide, I recommend investing in something like a standalone microphone. This is produced by the company Blue. This is their Snowball, and again, it's available for about $80 to $100. Now let's talk about shooting the video itself. When shooting a video that's going to be set for a standard screen size as you would see on a laptop screen, as we mentioned, if you're shooting from your phone, you want to have that horizontal. But as you frame yourself in the shot, the framing of the shot should have you observing the rule of thirds. If you'll notice, I've positioned myself right in the middle of the first third of the screen so that I have more room on the other side of the screen to actually use any kind of additional graphics or videos that I would like to use and put up as overheads or overlays on the screen. You also can now take that video in your editing process and crop yourself back to the center. To make sure you've got enough room to crop yourself properly, make sure you leave headspace, distance above the top of your head and the frame of the screen so that you have room for editing, moving the video to make sure that you give yourself the space on the screen. Additional thoughts on framing. When you're going to be conveying information that you need people to really understand, framing yourself as a medium close-up from the bottom of your chest over to that headspace above your head is a great framing for making sure people can connect to you, look right into your face, and really understand what you want them to understand. However, when shooting for a group or shooting in front of something that you want to show in the background, shooting that medium close-up from your waist up will give you a little bit more room for the background to be seen. Arguably, the most important part of creating content is not actually capturing the video, but the editing. and your choice of editing software is very important. For me, if I'm framing something for a phone that's going to be used directly going into social media and it's going to have that vertical screen, I like to use Canva or CapCut to edit my videos because it's got standard framing that directly translates that video onto that phone proportion. However, when editing videos like this one, that's designed to be seen on a laptop screen, I like to use the free software called OpenShot Editor. This free software allows me to do all the graphics and edits and zooms and fades that you've seen throughout. When editing, a couple of tips for you. You got to remember that the attention span of the average American now is supposed to be around 7 seconds. So every 7 seconds, as you're making your edits, make some small changes, either zooming, either changing your framing, maybe even reversing the screen so that people can have some visual variety in the course of your video. And as always, you want to make sure that you're keeping your videos as short as possible. In terms of video length, one of the smartest things you can do with the time that you have is to shoot longer form videos, even taking the time to go live, doing live videos over periods of 30 minutes to an hour so that you've got lots of pieces of video to cut up and use in later sessions so that one shoot of just an hour of shooting can turn into over 30 or 40 different videos you can use later on. If you'd like some better tips on how to actually do that process of going live and recording simultaneously, I've actually done some work with one of my peers where we talked about how to simulcast video and record at the same time from one device, and you can watch that video here. But in the spirit of keeping this video short, I'm going to end it here. You can reach out to me with any questions if you'd like to learn more. Thanks. Have a great day.